Okay. So now we are live. So hello people from YouTube. Hey there, we are going to talk about green technology today. And Bruna, can you present yourself, please?
Sure. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure. Um, my name is Bruna. I am 26 years old. I live in São Paulo, and I am an English teacher.
Oh, nice.
That's it. I really need to practice, so that's the reason I'm here. And I'm really scared of this topic because it seems really, really hard. Like, I think I've never talked about it, so I'm like nervous. But that's okay. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Thank you. And Tatiana, how about you?
Hi, my name is Tatiana. I am 26. I am an engineer. I live in Belo Horizonte, and I like this topic. Although I don't know if I have enough vocabulary to to talk about it, but I will try. So that's it.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Thank you. And Philippe.
Hello, my name is Felipe Kunz. I'm 28 years old and I'm a space engineer, but I'm currently doing a master degree. Uh, I've been joining these meetings since a long time. I guess it was about 4 months, but lately I have been joining these meetings frequently. So uh, recently I have been joining about one time a week, but I hope to increase this frequency a little bit. And I'm training the English speaking not just for improve my English, but to know about new topics and learn how to speak about subjects that I'm not used to. So it's my goals here.
Oh, thank you, Philip. This is the idea of this topic. You know, we are kind of introducing these new TNTs, like thematic TNTs, so we can acquire some, words about some themes. And I think you're going to appreciate. I appreciate a lot this topic. And Leticia, how about you?
Hello, I am Tis. I am 23 years old. I'm from Brasilia. I graduated in international relations and I'm a postgrad in foreign trade. And I am here. My goals here are the same as Felipe to practice on some subjects that I don't have that I don't know too much, and to practice my English more because I can't practice a lot in my work.
Okay, so now we are ready to start. So let's start with the very first question, which is, do you think green technologies are important? So can you start, Leticia?
Yes, and this is a very important topic for me because my final work in college was about e-waste, so electronic waste, and how it is important to do reverse logistics of these electronic waste because of communities, because these waste are illegally traded to poor countries in the world. So rich countries export these e-wastes to poor countries, and all these societies suffer a lot with this. So with green technologies, these societies will suffer a lot less because these electronics that are disposed, they have chemistry and that it's very dangerous. They are very dangerous. And green technologies also help a lot with global warming. That is another subject that all the world is suffering a lot, and the poor countries suffers more. So yes.
Yes, I agree with you. We are consuming a lot, and we must think about how can we recycle and we can you know, do this reverse logistic, as you said, it's really important. And Bruna, how about you?
I tried to Google the topic before just to just like to get to know about it. So I was thinking about global warming too. So I think it is important since like I think uh, last month, right? Like many people started talking about it, about how it's been influencing how the not only the way we consume gadgets and these things, but the way we produce garbage, and the way we don't recycle, we don't use to we are not used to reusing things. So I believe green technologies may be a way of not avoiding, right, but like reducing some impacts that the the world is facing.
Exactly. Yes, I totally agree. And Rodolfo, how about you?
Okay, I think very important green technology. I think to Brazil it's very very uh, a local very very, how can I say, propício for the development this technology because this this how can I say, tamanho very very
It's a
very
big country,
big,
right?
uh, and the had the uh, uh, clima fugiu total agora aqui.
Yes, we have I think we have all the climates, all
Yes,
the seasons. Like some countries, they don't have the full seasons as we have. You know, I
yeah.
got your point. Yes.
So because this is very very important theme, and Brazil is pioneer and this assumption.
Yes, in this subject. Also, we are a developing country, and we need to start develop our industry. Thinking about this subject, it's really important. I agree. And Tatiana, how about you?
Yeah, I think very important. I love technology. I'm engineer. So technology is here to improve our lives and get it better. But the way we do it nowadays, we do it without thinking about the consequences or or ignoring them, the consequences. So it is bad. So I think it's important to us to think to generate technologies that are good for human and good for the environment, and put these things together.
Exactly. Yeah, to human beings living together and applying technology without impacting the environment. This is really important. And Felipe,
Yeah.
I was doing a little bit of research about this topic, like what is considered a green technology to understand if it's extremely important or less important. But I understand a little bit about what I am about to say. It is important in about the reduction of fuel consumption and reduce the use of charcoal and natural resources that we have limited in in our environment, in make use of infinite resources like wind, solar power, and things like that. But I have been searching for this topic, né? Yeah. And I have made I have been thinking about the past, some things that happened, and I think that we are learning how to produce better green technologies. Like hydroelectric dams is considered green technology, but if you think about it, you make use of a dam that store the water in a place, and this water stored make flooding across the flowers. I knew about some news about the past that mentioned about these floodings, who, who where it was harmful to nature. And so besides it's considered green technology, it's not a very good green technology. So we learned from the past and made new progress in science to produce like wind powered technologies and solar powered technologies, but each one of them have their harms to against nature. Like the wind power can be harmful to birds that are traveling to a country to another, or even the solar power make use of large fields. If you cause harm to flowers to create a clean camp to put your solar powers, you are using green technology, but you are also doing you are being harmful to the nature unless you use like a desert to make use of this power. So it's important unless you know what you're doing and what is the purpose of you doing it. So if you are using green technology to reduce the consumption of environmental resource, to make a reduction of this environmental resource, you need to think how you will use it. Like if you are living next to a desert, you make use of solar powered energies, or if you have a huge roof above your house, you can also use it. But and if it's possible, let's say, if you live near a sea, you can also make use of wind-powered technology. So you need to study about your environment before using it. So it can be good to the nature, but it can also be harmful to the nature.
Yes, I got your point. There is a way of thinking. They say that there could never be a totally or absolutely green technology because of that. Because when you are creating your technology, you are transforming a material into another. In this process, you are going to, use some resources, and then you are going to impact the nature. But I think the way we have to think is how can we reduce this impact, how can we recycle things. And I was researching about this, and I saw a company I think in Australia. They are creating some blocks, concrete blocks, that kind of simulates the structure that the coral in the ocean. The coral has some structures in the blocks, and they use these blocks to build cities and constructions around the sea. So this way, all the animals that likes the corals, they can create it, like they can live in these blocks, So the ocean adapts more to these technologies than to the regular blocks. So I think we are never going to reduce the impact to zero, but we can think in ways how to reduce, minimize these impacts. So nice, guys. Tatiana, would you like to choose any question for us? The next question. What question would you like to choose?
Just a minute.
What's the third one?
1 minute, please.
Okay.
I think question number 5 is a good question.
Number 5. Okay, can you read it for us and choose someone to answer, please?
Okay. Do you think the government should enforce the industry to use green technology? Bruna, can you answer?
Being the hard one is really, oh, I'm sorry, being the first one is really hard. Okay, I will try to do it. So do you think the government should enforce the industry to use green technologies? I do believe that, but I don't know. I also think that our government sometimes here in Brazil is not that worried about the about some environmental issues and problems. So, but like considering not here in Brazil, but like other governments, I think that's something really important. Like I truly believe that countries should be united and like should do something together to like in order to preserve and try to use green technologies, trying to avoid all the impact that the industries and companies actually like usually do or usually harm the environment. So I really think that the government should definitely enforce industry to avoid and like like I don't know, maybe create some policies or something like that, trying to reduce these things.
Yes, I totally agree with you. Choose someone, Bruna, to answer after you, please.
I love it when Felipe was talking about the the thing, so I choose you.
Okay, for about this question, I think that it isn't good for government to tax the industry for this purpose because it could cause a bad impact. Like people will start going against the green technology because of the imposing. But if you think about another way, we can use like delimit the amount of CO2s that the industry have been using, and like applying some parameters to estimate the amount of CO2 being produced. And from that, industries should look after new green technology to reduce the amount of CO2 they are producing. So it's a like indirect way, and it would avoid the bad impressions that the green technology could impose against the industry and eventually against the people in general. And not entirely not against the green technology. If I have the condition, I would use. But when I look about the other people in general, I know that they will think like that, since if the government impose the industry to use green technology, people in some way, in a crazy way, could start thinking very bad about the green technology. So it's very good if you could avoid directly this imposing and search for another ways to make the industry at the end being using the green technologies. Like you should limit the amount of CO2 you have been producing. So at the industry, the director or the president or anyone else will start to think, so they would like me to reduce my production of CO2. So I would use like solar powered technologies. So it's a indirect way to make the industry start using it.
Yes, nice. Also, the government can reduce like fees, and this would also encourage people to use green technologies. I agree with you. Tatiana, how about you?
I don't think the government should enforce the industry, but should encourage them to use good technology. I think the government should and have to enforce the industry to stop to do things that are harmful to environment, like throwing garbage in the river, things like that. But use green technologies like more a bonus like that. So I think they have to encourage them and make people think about it, and basically that's it.
Yes, make people think about the importance, right? Yeah, I agree. And Leticia, how about you?
I agree that government should enforce, and I think mostly because when you think about green technologies, you're thinking about the future of a country, and you're thinking about economics too, because Brazil, for example, Brazil lives mostly about with our export of agriculture, of products that we produce here and that they are not industrialized. So we need these green technologies because our country needs the climate to be stable, minimum stable, and with global warming we don't have that. We saw last month what happened with South and this crazy climate in Brazil. So we need these technologies even for the good of the economy. So I think a government should, besides taxing less these companies that invest in green technologies, maybe lowering the cost of solar energy. For example, solar energy in Brazil is too high. So how do we enforce something that we can't pay for? How we enforce, for example, eating vegetables if the vegetable is it has a cost higher than a McDonald's. So we can't enforce something if we can't pay for it. And I'm thinking mostly for Brazil and poorer countries that are medium to poor, that are mostly of the countries in all around the world. So yes, governments should do something. They should do many things, but they're not doing it, and the climate is being crazier and crazier. And one more thing that maybe governments should do is do these how do we say campaigns, government campaigns, to teach society about these green technologies and how can you use it, and how can industries use, even to reduce their costs, even to make the companies have higher profits.
Yes, nice. The idea of the campaign, they're really nice. And Rodolfo, how about you?
Okay. Yes, green technology can help this world for no risks in the for ecological. But today this investment for government is low, and need more investments in this case, because this term is very important for us.
Yes, we must invest more money on that. I agree with you guys, everybody. I think the government has an important role in this process, but also we have to think about this because, of course, technology it's expensive in our country, and we are facing a huge issue now because of the energy. we are not in the maximum levels of the water, the hydroelectric, as Philip said. So we are facing already a problem because of the environment, and we need to think about the future. How can we change this, right? Leticia, can you choose some question and read it and choose someone to answer, please?
Six, do you know any company or service that uses green technologies in your city? Felipe?
Oh my God, I have to answer this shortly because I don't know any company that uses green technology in my city. I live in a port city, so it's very common here to use traditional means. So I really don't know what company make use of green technology here. I will answer later if I remember some company that makes use of it.
Okay, thank you. And Tatiana, do you know?
I don't know a company like big company, but there is a small company like the SAP that once I was doing part of, and they have this idea of doing a car, electrical car, popular electrical car. So it ends is in Belo Horizonte. Another company that's a big company, Avali, has some projects about green technologies, like they have the train without someone taking the control of it. I don't know how to speak it in English. And also they have some cars like in the mining that don't have a person doing the job in there. So they are the companies that I know.
Oh, nice to know that. And Bruna, how about you?
I have no idea. I think like I was thinking about it, and I could only think about vegan companies or like companies that produce vegan or like sustainable products. But I don't know if it can be called green technology, right? I don't think so. So I have no idea. I don't know.
Yes.
Sorry.
You know, I think this term, this green tech, I think there is a tiny line, you know, between what is a green tech, what's not. But I think we can think about these like sustainable companies and products, you know. And Leticia, how about you?
I was curious actually of the other people because actually I made the research here and I live in Brasilia, and I didn't know any company that invested in that, but I saw here that Banco do Brasil invested in green IT, informational technology. So it's a bank that probably it is in many places in Brazil, I think, and it has a great impact. But I was a little sad searching about that because the investments are really low here in our country.
Yes, I think so. You know, most of the companies that they are in the Brazilian, oh, I forgot the name of the Bolsa de Valores, but we can say like in the market, the capital market, they are starting looking about the ESG and, you know, the nature, all the kind of stuff. Banco do Brasil is one of them. In my city, I live in Cajamar, so Natura has an industry here, and she has Natura has a lot of projects to, you know, preserve the nature And I was listening a podcast a couple of weeks ago, and the CEO of Natura, I think she's a CEO or director. I don't remember actually, but she was talking about a product. They were um, working together with a startup that were creating products for cosmetics, and they used their products were inspired in the can I say that the web, from the spiders, the web from the spiders. So they are really working together with small startups to look to the nature. And Rodolfo,
Gustavo, do you say the market, the market, financial market, and a company today that have very investments in this are say ambipar. This company cresceu now.
Rise.
Yes, in the more 100% and in the last months because this company have more directions in ESG and sustainable and this disruptive for me in companies. It's Tesla in the USA. With produce electrical cars, but in Brazil, that this company more famous today is Ambipar.
Yeah, I heard about Bipar. I don't have the stocks about their stocks, but I heard a lot about it. And thanks, Tatiana. Tatiana just shared with us is the stock exchange. All right, guys. I think everybody answered this question. I don't remember. Philip, do you want to say
I
something?
can answer now about this question. I remember information from 5 to 8 years ago. In my city, there was a city hall project that the city hall installed in many, I don't say many, but I have seen many houses with poor conditions. They installed at the roof of this house like chambers. And when I asked my brother about what is this chamber above this house, and he answered me that is a chamber that extract the heat from the sun to heat the water and produce hot water, reducing also the energy consumption. So it's not from a company, but it's a project made by our city hall. So it's the only thing that I can remember that is make use of green technology to reduce the environmental use of resource like energy.
Thank you. And I would like to connect another question, thinking about these things you said, the question number 7, which is, do we really need fancy technologies to reduce the environmental impact? Or can we use creativity, guys? What do you think? Can you start, I think, Bruna?
Okay, let me see. Do you really need fancy technology to reduce environmental impact? Or can use creativity? Well, since we were talking about like reducing and recycling, and I think we don't need fancy technologies to start like recycling or reusing things. There are many recycling projects, I think, around the country. And actually, like, I was talking about it some other day with my students, because I wasn't used to recycling, but here in my building they started like a project that they would like separate like plastic, glass. So it was really nice because like I know like we always talk about recycling and how important it is. So I think we can do it ourselves, you know, like we don't need to um because sometimes I feel that we use as an excuse that it's too hard, or that if only I do that, or it won't change anything. So I've been changing my mind on this topic, and it's been really nice, like learning how to recycle, how to clean everything here, like how to clean boxes and how to make it better. To how can I say, like how to make it easier. So I think it isn't something hard, and I don't think we need fancy technologies to start changing or to start reducing impacts.
Yes, I totally agree with you. You know, I have heard a lot of times this way of thinking, oh, I'm going to be the only one who is going to recycle, and it won't change anything, you know, it won't change the world because of me. But I started doing this at home as well, as you said. I started recycling, and before I started, I used to throw garbage, you know, like um, a plastic full of bag, full of trash and garbage every single week. A lot of garbage, you know, two plastic of that, and then I reduced it for one plastic, you know. I stopped throwing the milky recipient, you know, into the garbage, and also a lot of other things. And then now I save all those materials, and then I have some acquaintances. They come to my house. They pick up these things and they make money on it, you know. And I don't have to do anything about it. I just reserve these materials, and also I started saving the water from the roof. So I put a tank for water, and then now I use this water to clean my house. So it's small things we can do and change a lot, you know, guys. And how about you, Tatiana?
Yeah, I agree with you too. I don't think we always need that same technology. Like we can do small things in our day, or like bigger things, but they're cheaper than fancy things. Like I like the train example. Train are amazing technology that exists very tiny, but you don't use it. You use cars that are much more expensive and much less green. So, but sometimes you need that kind of technology, but not always.
Yes. And Leticia?
Actually, I don't have anything to add because I agree with all that they said about how we can use creativity to to reduce environmental impact.
Okay, thank you. And Rodolfo?
The same words and each others.
Yes. We all agree about the creativity, right? And Felipe, how about you?
I also agree with you all. Not in our city, also we had a incentive from the city hall that make they reduce the tax garbage if you recycle your garbage, like separate the recycling garbage and the organic garbage. So if you do this, you didn't have to pay the garbage tax each year. But it was a long time ago. But still nowadays we still recycle our trash to reduce our impact against the environment, and not just but for the tax garbage.
Yeah, but it's well, it's a start where okay, people are going to start recycling because of the money. All right, guys. So I'm going to bring everybody back to the main room so we can have a conversation with the other people, okay? And let's see if I can close and still give them some minutes to talk. I don't think so. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's an option. Okay, but anyway. So everybody is back. Hello, guys. How is everybody? How was the conversation? Did you guys enjoy it?
My friend, I have a great conversation. I like it. I like the site because every single day I meet several people very interesting. I made a new made a new friend. I'm so gratitude about this. Today I meet the interesting person in my room.
Thank you for sharing with us. It's amazing. I always got really happy when I hear talking to you guys because it's really nice. And I would like to ask some people how was the conversation, if they like it. Yasmin, did you enjoy the conversation? How was it?
Yes, and now I have certain that we are the problem of Earth.
Yeah. But also we can be the solution, okay, guys, for the future. Let's think that way. And let's see. Daiane, did you like it?
Yeah, I really enjoy it, and it's a very important topic to discuss, and especially nowadays when it's like how can I say something that people are talking a lot, and we are seeing this stuff like in the internet, on companies are doing a lot of things, and we have like some issues, governmental issues about the Amazonia and this kind of stuff. So it's really important.
Yes, I agree with you. And Jefferson, how was the conversation? Did you like it?
Yeah, I love it. We have a lot of good friends in our groups. We discuss a lot about the sustainability of our country, about the environments, about waters, forests, about garbage. So we have a great difficulties ahead, and we need to think to accelerate green technologies in Brazil.
Yes, we need to start thinking about this nowadays because we are impacting a lot the environment. I would like to ask a question because we still have some time. Let's see. Atamis, do you think we need fancy technologies to change the world, or we can use the creativity?
Sorry, you need what?
We need fancy technologies or we can use creativity, to overcome this problem?
I don't think you need fancy technologies because I think you can have simple technologies. Like the most simple technology was invented like millions of years ago, like the wheels, and we still use that. So I think the technologies can be useful and simple at the same time. I don't think you need fancy technologies. I don't think so.
Yes, I agree with you. I think we can do small things can do a lot and can impact a lot. And we talked about this in the memo. It was a really nice conversation. So guys, our time is running out. So I would like to thank you all. It was a really nice conversation. Next week, we are going to talk about technology again. This thematic TNT is all about technology, but feel free to go into the YouTube. I will share with you the link so you guys can give a feedback for me. If you like it, if you want another topic, give us a like. We are going to enjoy a lot because we can reach to more people. And give us a suggestion as well. I would like to talk about this topic and this topic, it will be really nice. That's it, guys. See you in the next week. Hope you have a nice weekend. Okay. Thank you. Thank you a lot.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.